Hey guys, want to do this video because I think that this is overlooked a lot of times, and that is one of our biggest expenses when it comes to heating and air systems. It's something that we replace every month and don't even realize it, and it's one of the biggest expenses at the end of the lifespan of the heating and air system. And so of course I'm talking about air filters, and I just want to go through some quick math with you just so you see what I'm talking about, maybe give you a couple solutions that I think might help. So the first thing is, a lot of us consider when we are looking at a heating and air system, and that is the repairs and the parts and things like that. How much is it going to be to maintain the unit? How much is it going to be to replace a fan motor or a condenser motor or whatever, all these different parts. And so a lot of times when we're considering those sorts of things, a lot of those repairs can be quite pricey. Motors alone can cost over $1,000 to replace. Some of them are getting quite pricey these days, just for the part itself. And so when you're comparing that to an air filter, you might say, well, you know, what is a $1,200 motor when we're only talking about, say, you know, some filters that, you know, let's say they're 10 bucks, okay? And some of you might laugh at that. You know, if you say $10 for air filters, you know, I've got multiple air filters in my home, and once you add them all up, it's more than $10 every month or every 60 days, every 90 days, however often you replace your disposable filters. But let's just, for example, use $10 for right now. So let's just say you're replacing your filter every 30 days. It's a disposable filter and it's 10 bucks. And so if you do the math after 10 years, so 12 months in a year and then 10 years, that ends up itself being $1,200. So just the air filters alone can cost just as much as that motor replacement that is getting quite pricey. So what does that mean as a homeowner? I think there's a few options you can consider for your home. The first being a whole house home filter. You can install a whole house home filter and not even have a need for disposable air filters anymore. So depending on the cost to have it installed, if you do the math and figure in the media, which during the making of this video, a lot of the standard whole house home filters with the media, you're usually looking at less than $50 and it lasts 12 months. So that's already less expensive than those disposable cheap air filters. And on top of all that, it actually filters the air better than those disposable air filters. Some of those whole house home filters are starting to get really high MERV ratings. Some of them can filter out particulates that are really small all the way down to viruses and things like that. So just consider that. And then at bare minimum, if for some reason it doesn't make sense to do a whole house home filter, or if you were to do one, it would be located somewhere weird, you're just not gonna do that. What can you do with your current filter housings? So if you have a filter grill there that you're having to remove the grill, place your filter in there, and then put the grill back, what can you do with that current setup? And they actually make washable air filters, and I'm gonna put a link to one down below, but you just get those and you just pop them out every 30 to 60 days, wash them up real good, and put them right back in. They can be a little pricey, $50 to $100 to get one installed, but again, after the first year alone, you are now saving money every year after that. And so I hope that helps. If air filters are one of your biggest headaches, or repairs in this case, when you're comparing it to other items, I think you'll see that in a lot of cases that if you were to do the math, it would make sense to go a different route. And with all that said, if you're in our market in Griffin Air's coverage area in the Northern Neck or Middle Peninsula, all the way down to Williamsburg in Virginia, give us a call. We'd love to give you a free estimate, and we have the best warranty around. But if you're not in our coverage area, if you're outside of Virginia or you're outside the Northern Neck or Middle Peninsula, before you spend thousands on a heating and air system, check out my website, newhvacguide.com. I put so much information on there. I basically wrote a book, and instead of printing a book that would become outdated after time, and this website can be updated constantly, new things come out, and I've put so much information on there. I've got a whole page called No-Nos, things to stay away from while you're buying a heating and air system, things that some of the contractors do, and just all these industry secrets that a lot of folks don't even want homeowners to know. I put it on that website. I also recently did a page for heating and air brands where I rank them. And unlike other sources, I actually give you reasons why I rank them the way I do. So I tell you who's good, who's not. I try to be very objective with that. And again, I tell you exactly why I feel the way I do about certain brands. With all that said, I hope this helps. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.